Hello and welcome back to ancient Greece. Yes, I am the heir of Carthage, or I guess in the case of this campaign, the heir of Ithaca and javelins, because that is what we are dealing in aplenty. Our war against Macedon is going to continue with Odysseus. He found some success retaking some of our settlements. If we push to the next settlement, we can get a hold of Centaurs, which would be a really nice unit to have. I'd kind of like to get rid of a couple of these light infantry and pick up the Centaurs instead. Probably these sword skirmishers, trade them out for some Centaurs, because I have enough heavy melee as it is, I believe. And spears can be useful at cleaning up chariots, especially since those ones have precursor javelins. We've got an army here that's going to have to defend. We've got multiple foes in the vicinity. Multiple. Alpinos was raised, and then this faction that we've temporarily made peace with moved in. We've got this army here. It's an enemy army. I don't have the best of garrisons at Oita, so we would probably struggle to defend Oita as well. So I think for the time being, I'm going to move over here and head back into an ambush stance just to try and lure in enemies. I imagine we're going to get one of these enemies landing on us down here in the south. So Ionia and whatever this faction is, Pylos, they are both at war with us. We're doing some recruiting here, so I expect that we'll be able to have that army in better shape on the next turn. Settlement upgrade available. It would definitely be better to improve this and have a better garrison here if we can get it done before any enemies show up. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the money on that. We have some unassigned skill points. It's like the first of which is for Odysseus. We picked up his archer chariot, and then we got extra... no, hang on. We picked up... That skill? Yeah, that gave us the higher... Like, it gave us the extra range, I thought. Missile resistance, strafe ability, missile damage, taunt ability. Let's see, taunt makes an enemy go berserk. It is pretty handy. Costs 75 rage though. And then this ability is strafe, which gives extra missile damage, speed, and resistance, and melee defense. And firewall moving. Can't firewall moving in a chariot? What's the point of a chariot? I'm gonna use taunt. I feel like taunt could be useful. Let's see, what else do we got? No more unassigned skill points. I just have an agent that didn't get moved. Which this is our envoy. We are using the envoy to continue to build up Generate the ancestors a success, so that's good. He should level up soon. I need him to level up so we can get this right here. It'll help him spread influence even faster. I guess he's like partway up the next level here. So let's end the turn, see what happens. I think things are probably going to get a little messier before they get better. Where we're at. I do have 3 armies, but even with 3 armies, we've got a lot of territory to cover. And the AI will no doubt outnumber us. So Ajax wants a barter agreement. He wants me to hand him bronze for a number of turns, and he'll hand me wood for a number of turns. It's my bronze income, just out of curiosity. It's about to go down. Let's do this. It'll build up a little bit of goodwill with Ajax. I could use the wood. It'll run me a little lower on bronze than I want to be because I'm recruiting some units. They're going to eat up some more of it for the next turn as well. It looks like our... what do you call this guy? The antagonist faction wants peace, but they want me to give them a whole bunch of crap for it, which is absolutely not going to happen. They can come fight me, put up or shut up. It's the only way we're doing that. Hey, you all left a bunch of fun comments on the last one. I want to get to some of those. CJ Frank says, if you worship/pray to Zeus, you'll get massive buffs for diplomacy. Might be worth looking into. You've got a good point. You've got a good point. So Ajax the Lesser is going to declare war on us. I knew they were going to betray me eventually. But I have an army nearby that's in an ambush stance. They probably didn't see that army, and I assume that's probably why they've betrayed me. Because they didn't know that I was going to be in a good position to defend against them. So if Ajax the Lesser thinks that he wants a fight, then it's a fight that he shall get. I'm going to move forward. My spy. And I do believe, yeah, this is him right here. I'm going to attempt to poison the well, because if I succeed in poisoning the well, it'll actually take out the leader. It wounds them.
Even the greatest army has weaknesses.
We failed to poison the well. That is unfortunate. But
Your cause is mine.
we can now come attack Ajax the Lesser. It's a walled settlement. It's going to be annoying. Let me see what kind of garrison it's got, because I've got a decent army here.
Engage the foe.
It'd actually be pretty tough to win without siege towers. Siege towers take a while to construct. But they're going to also run out of supplies really quick, so let's continue the siege. I feel pretty confident that whatever they bring, like even if they bring in reinforcements, we can take them on the open battlefield if they sally out. I'm going to continue pushing against Macedon here, or Macedon, I guess, whatever they call themselves. And I'm going to be able to attack this single hero and pull all their armies outside of the settlement. They do have a chariot unit, so we'll need to keep an eye out for that. And just some light bowmen. Let's go ahead and fight this. I think it's giving them way rosier odds than they deserve. Like, it's acting like that this is going to be a close fight, and my only answer to that would be, like, them and what army? Like, what is it the AI sees here that I don't? I don't know, maybe I'll be taught a lesson here. Designer Paper says, high influence kicks in at 60%. Thank you. I didn't know the exact point. It says, bartering resources doesn't carry a lot of weight with diplomatic negotiation like alliances. But he's like, it helps. It says the negative rating from Mycenae on a defensive alliance may be due to how many wars they're already engaged in. I've noticed this in my own campaign. Well, that may be. And he says, as Frank mentions, if you pray to Zeus, it might help with diplomacy. Well, thank you for the tips. We will try and take care of that. There's some excellent comments. Appreciate it. Always love reading the comments, and it really does help support the channel a lot when you watch the video. If you find that you enjoy it, like if you get to the end of it, and you're not just saying to yourself, holy crap, Heir's content is garbage, then you should definitely take the time to click the like button and support, because it will help me a ton, like an absolute ton. I'm going to Vanguard deploy some troops here. I'm going to have my javelins just murder their hero. And we've seen that whenever I try and blockade the reinforcements in on the edge of the map, that the reinforcements just never come. I have a giant vanguard too, in case we need to defend these javelins. I'm going to turn them off of skirmish mode, but allow them to fire at will.
The enemy is receiving reinforcements.
Alright, let's take that leader out. He's going to get absolutely hammered here. Even if he has a good shield, that is just so many javelins. Okay, I'm going to run away here. There he goes. He's already routed. I'm going to kill him. Enemy reinforcements are coming in.
Hades has claimed the enemy hero.
Yep. Alright, so javelins for the win. I'm now going to run these javelins out here towards the top of this hill. I'm going to run the giant vanguard out to help protect them.
For Ithaca. I will do it.
Keep my Spartoi and spear runners over here to help against the chariots. My javelins will be hidden from view. I'm going to push forward.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Push forward here. Spartoi come up. Hydra Priest. I've got some Centaur hunters. We'll have to respect those because they're going to be some tough enemies. I'm going to get my giant vanguard into their militia. And I'm going to try and focus my javelins on that Centaur cavalry for the time being. Alright, the Centaur fighters got intercepted. I fall back just a little bit with some of those javelins.
Units has no more ammunition.
Ah, dang, I got charged over here without countercharging. I'm gonna click some orders here. Getting overrun by spears on this flank. I'm gonna keep one unit of spears free. I'm gonna bring my... I'm gonna bring my Griffin over here to help out in this fight. And then what happened to Odysseus? He's too far back. Alright. Did we get a good poison out? Yeah, we could poison some of their... What's the range? Still out of range. Alright, well, we broke through pretty quickly here. Get after these Centaur archers. How are we doing over here? Alright, good. Giant Vanguard crushed the enemies that were opposing us on this flank. Alright, the enemy Lord is routing. Let's maybe just give him some javelins and run back over here. Hydra Priest. You give me some heals. Let's help these guys out. I'm gonna try and poison some of these guys running around right there. I don't think it's gonna be great, but it'll hit. I accidentally got some of my own guys, unfortunately. But we got more of theirs than we did mine, so I'll take it. Like the javelins are back for more. Let's take our giants, start running this way. Yeah, so what was with the auto resolve? I don't see what they saw. Like, I haven't even done a good job of controlling my troops here, and we've, like, absolutely owned. Yeah, like I said, we haven't even controlled our troops well, and we utterly annihilated the enemy. So, I don't know what was up with the auto-resolve. Like, maybe it overrates missiles. They had a lot of missiles. That has been the case in the past sometimes with auto-resolve, that it will highly overrate the capability of the AI's missiles. I've not usually seen the AI be able to use their missiles great. Mark Hadley says, haha, I thought you'd rage quit this game after the last episode. Glad you're playing on. No rage quitting. We're going to continue. I really badly want to finish a campaign on this game. It definitely deserves that from me. Lord Crowstaff says, it's Macedon for sure. Air is done with them. That's correct. The only thing I want from them at this point is their Centaurs, and we will be taking those by force.
Hold nothing back.
Alright, so we're going to get in here. Again, I'm going to fight this. I can't afford to give up big losses to the auto-resolve. We've got to go fight this. Gabo says, I'm curious what CA does with diplomacy in Warhammer 3. I really hope it gets a 3K-ish diplomacy. Somehow I doubt it. I actually think that it will. In fact, I think that they'll rip it almost exactly from 3K in this game at a base, and they'll probably try to make a couple of improvements, but I would almost be 100% certain that they're going to rip diplomacy straight out of this game. And why not? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't they? It's already there, it's already written. You use that as your baseline. So I think absolutely, like I said, 100% that they're going to do that. I think you can basically rest assured of it. Of course, nothing's 100% because the game's not out, but I feel pretty confident. Pretty confident. Alright, I'm going to run forward with all my infantry. I've got my troops that were not able to Vanguard deploy. I'm just going to push them way up. Push our giant Vanguard and ambushers around this other side. I've got some chariots inbound. I'm going to bring the Griffin in to help silence them. Help throw some weight around, too. There we go. Got some slingers. I'm going to chase them with the light swordsman. Use my heavy swordsman to go after their heroes.
The foe has
Chariots
sighted
are
your hidden
mostly
units.
dealt with, so I'm gonna get the Griffin back in the air. Alright. Just gonna keep running over here. I'm gonna get down into some of these slingers. We're gonna catch the slingers over here. Alright, their heroes are in big trouble. Here comes Odysseus. He's gonna come rolling through with his chariot and also get into enemy skirmishers. The Griffin has some skirmishers tied up. Alright, the chariots are still alive, but I have a spear unit nearby. It'll get a good charge, but then we should wipe on through. Just regenerate some of my troops, and there we go. Enemy crushed. Enemy crushed. Only got 5 kills. How could he not kill more of the enemy than that just shooting arrows at them on the way in? I'm a surprise sometimes. Alright. One way or the other, we got the job done. So Macedon got almost no kills on us, whereas we finished them, took their town. Replenishment should be swift. I can stay on the move and keep these guys hurt. I want to cut through them with haste. I really didn't want to be fighting them at all. I mean, this game is about the Trojan War, and I would very much prefer to be fighting the Trojans, but apparently everybody and their dog wants a shot at Ithaca first. So here we are. Here we are. Providing them set opportunity. So we can recruit now Achaean Slingers, Centaur Hunters, which are a Javcav. And then at tier 3, we can pick out Centaur Scouts, which again looks like a Javcav with very limited ammunition. It's a medium cavalry, and then Centaur Warriors are a heavy cavalry. I really want the heavy cavalry. They don't have good defense, but they ought to pack a punch on the charge, so that is good stuff there. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some Centaurs in my army, just to give me some speed. These sword skirmishers are just, you know, they're not terribly impressive units. I recruit, though. There's only 2 Centaur Hunters available, and that's the Javcav. I don't even have access to the other ones at the moment. It costs food and only food to maintain. I think what we'll do is we'll merge these guys. Disband. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and disband one more of them. And just go ahead and grab these 2 Centaur Hunters. I mean, having the speed and the javelins is not going to be a bad thing. Most units in this game don't fight terribly well against cavalry outside of spears, and some of those even it just depends on kind of how you catch them on the charge. Some of them are very good, some of them are very lackluster. Like I said, I think it just kind of depends on how you catch things. We don't need this guy to poison the well anymore, so I might try it here though and see if we can hurt this army. Well, no, never mind. We can't do that on this turn. We've already made those moves. We do have our envoy, though, who needs to continue to venerate the ancestors here. We're at 1,500 experience, so we're a pretty good chunk of the way to the next rank. And how are we doing here with influence? We're at 51% and climbing. So he is definitely making a difference. We weren't making any progress at all, really, prior to that. You can see that my food and bronze, because of the trade and the extra recruitment, definitely took a hit. Sparta is here. I think they broke their alliance with us. Surely Sparta doesn't intend to go to war with us? Ionia has enemies there. Pylos had an army here, and I don't know where that army went. I would rather have the fight on their shore, though. I'm going to sail across here. I want to take the fight straight to these guys and get in on their territory. Plus, this is a port settlement. What is this? These things on them. Hephaestic equipment, master-crafted weapon and armor. That's cool. I need such things. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve. Surely the auto-resolve isn't going to hurt us too bad here. I don't want to fight like a ton of pointless battles in this video. I can't record quite as long tonight as I normally can, so you're going to notice this video isn't going to be an hour long because I need to record a couple of videos and I'm limited on time in my recording window here. High influence, wow, yeah. Boy, we are cleaning up some wood from that. Nothing wrong with that, so that's actually really great. This is a...
I cannot do it.
What is this? Marksman of Elysium. Ooh, if we kill this army, we might get some good units out of it. And we've hurt Pylos there. We took a territory from them. They have quite a lot of territory, though. But that's okay. We can take it off of them, or at least do the best we can.
Annihilate them.
I thought I was supposed to have one. Or oh, no. Oh, no. We're still on the same turn. Continue siege. My bad.
Leave none
We haven't
alive.
ended this turn yet. Assign skill points
The helping
for our
hand.
spy. Looks like we finished that one. We're down here. He can either improve the replenishment rate in the province, or we can increase his movement range and increase his chance of assassinating a foreign seer or a foreign gorgon. I mean, we're not going to run into those very often. Let's see what else. -5 bait enemy actions. Characters in the region. Plus 5% success chance seems like a good bargain. I mean, it never hurts to have a higher success chance for an agent. Does it? Certainly wouldn't think so. Not if you're wanting your agents to succeed, at the very least. Let's see. Jacob Reed says, I just stink at some of the other Total War games that find diplomacy extremely hard in Warhammer 2. It is, because it's a mess. Like, Warhammer 2 diplomacy is a mess unless you're playing as Greenskins and Norskins, where it's easy to understand, which is you kill all the people that aren't Greenskins and Norskins, and then when they are Greenskins and Norskins, you just fight the enemy warlord, and then they confederate. Like, that's the kind of diplomacy I like in Warhammer 2. It's like it says it seems to never want to allow me to trade at all. It is a mess. It's a bit of a mess. It needs to be improved. I agree with you. Guillaume, or I don't know how to say this one here, says, haha, love diplomacy rant. It is what it is. That's right, Air. Well, I think it's that way too. And Nikki says, polished turds. And thanks for being such a long-time channel supporter, Nikki. We've had them in Total War since the beginning. We do make with what we have. That is correct. Yeah, the diplomacy in this game is definitely still a polished turd. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have the polish. It's slightly better than just having a disgusting turd. But it is still that. It's still a polished turd. But, you know, like I said, it's improving. Maybe we can go from polished turd to fake turd in the next game, you know, and that would be an improvement, would it not? Look at Macedon. They're like, hey, remember that war? We didn't really mean that. You know, here, take a bunch of wood. Not gonna happen, Macedon. Ajax the Lesser. Gonna come out and fight us. He doesn't want to be trapped here, and he is going to die. I will certainly see to his death here and make him regret. I wanted their territory anyway, so I guess I'm kind of glad that they did this war because I didn't like having this faction here, knowing that they were just going to betray me at some point. So we might as well just clean them up while we're here. Right, enemy reinforcements are coming from our right-hand side. I don't think he's got a sufficient number of troops to really stand against all of our sword skirmishers early in this fight. It's a lot of heavy infantry for them to try and deal with, and I just don't think they're going to be able to do it. And then if I Vanguard deploy the Warriors of Artemis, I'm going to actually deploy a little bit more this way. What I'll do is I'll put these Achaean slingers over here, and my fighter... No. And the Warriors of Artemis have a really nice hurt on enemy morale. So I want them to start taking out E-morale here. Let's start
The
this
enemy
battle.
is receiving reinforcements.
Send those there. Alright, I'm going to engage with all my heavy infantry and then move out flank with some of my light infantry, and I'll turn this flank. Warriors of Artemis. I'm going to have them start killing the morale on these renowned club warriors. Alright, so I've got my swordsmen with some different attack orders here. I'm going to run down these heavy javelin throwers and then outflank with the rest of my light infantry. And you can see that for the time being, my Warriors of Artemis are just destroying the enemy leadership over here. It's really fantastic. I really like those Warriors of Artemis. They have been such a nice add. Oh yeah. They've got some major problems on their hands now. There we go. Got him. Let's put a volley in here real quick. Rout these spearmen. Just trying to clean up this blob a little. I'm going to bring some more infantry over. We're looking like we're in good shape here. We got coming here some light swordsmen headed our way. I'm gonna get my heavy infantry ready to pull a line together here. I do need this unit to continue the pursuit of Ajax the Lesser because we don't want him back into the fight. Alright, I'm going to countercharge the enemy here. Warriors of Artemis focus here on the renowned club warriors. And let's get out here, take these light swords. I need another sword unit to help out here. We're going to need some help here. Let's bring my hero up, and let's get our harpies into play. I'm going to come after these bowmen.
Your warriors are losing heart.
And then I'll use my slingers to pick at their heavy javelin throwers. Trying to hold against these guys in the middle, it's not ideal. Alright, so I got some harpy action going down. Ajax the Lesser came back from... No, he did not come back from routing. He's still getting wrecked. Let's go get some reinforcements here. Harpies did a great job getting in that fight and messing it up. I'm gonna get into these heavy javelin throwers. I've got some reinforcements headed in here. I'm gonna use one to outflank and then another to put pressure on these missile units. Harpies are doing a great job. Absolutely great job distracting right now. The Warriors of Artemis have hurt the morale here, and now the renowned club warriors, now that they're not winning that fight, they're going to really hurt. Okay, so we just cleaned up all that too. Should see the power bar just start to collapse here. Those Warriors of Artemis are absolutely clutch. They are just really, really good. It is very powerful to have the ability to just absolutely shut down morale in certain sectors. I'm gonna try really hard to run down a bunch of these units because they're just headed back into the garrison. So the more damage we can do here, the better on these routing troops. See, I've got my light infantry cutting into these heavy javelin throwers now. Heavy javelin throwers are going to be slow due to their weight class. Put some more troops on this chase over here. We get some really nice kills on our sword skirmishers. I'm going to try and keep it up. Wrecking these spearmen too. I want to kill off a ton of these archers if we can pull it off. My warriors were routed. I don't know how we routed to a routing enemy. Alright, we did a good job. We got a lot of damage done here. We definitely got a lot of damage done. Get him! I want to kill more of these archers before they get off the map. My sword skirmishers are catching them slowly. They're quick units. 140 some odd kills and climbing. Get them. Kill as many archers as we can, because then they won't be there for the remaining siege fight. Alright, the enemy took a ton of losses right there. So that was good. We dealt them massive losses. So losing a huge percentage of their troops. Then things aren't going to get any better for them unless they have a giant stack of reinforcements that they didn't bring, and I wouldn't doubt it. The AI frequently pulls off stuff like that. I'm going to take this replenishment because we're not done with the siege, and that'll help us a ton when it comes to the auto-resolve, having all those extra troops. That was a lot of replenishment at the end of that battle. The Boeotians want peace again, but they want me to hand them a bunch of food and bronze, so yeah, shove off. Come do something about it. Same for you, Ionia. You can come do something about it. Okay, I was wondering where Pylos sent their army, and this is where they sent it. Behind my lines, unfortunately. I do have 3 heavy infantry. And some heavy javelins. It's their skirmishers that give me a lot of worry here. Well, and their lord. They've got a decent lord here. I don't know that this is winnable. We could get a couple really good pockets to fight in, though. Might be able to do well. It just depends on how the AI deploys. Yeah, they put a lot of troops over here to this flank. I think that might be a mistake. I put this unit here, they shouldn't be visible. There's only one way in over here, so this is quite the bottleneck. We do something like this. Have our archer hero standing up here, ready to just like shoot into their best troops, and then we could put a slinger right up here too to trade from range, and then if we back this up with even more javelins, something like this, I mean, maybe we can pull them into a really disadvantageous fight. These heavy javelin or heavy island skirmishers should be okay in melee afterwards. Will be great, but using a Children of Gaia ability here. Got club warriors and Achaean slingers moving towards me. Shielded spearmen. Just gonna let my lord kill off some enemies. Let my slingers do the same. Actually start firing at their own Achaean slingers for a moment. My lord can fire at the clubmen. He'll get more kills against them anyway. Alright, let's back up. Alright, we got them to toss some of their javelins at our slingers. And then that's going to leave them wide open to kind of really getting pelted here because I've got a kill box set up. Countercharge these 2 units. I'm going to get right back into position because I don't want to fall out of position. We really want this crescent shape here. This unit's getting some kind of buff, like an armor buff. I'm going to try and get around here and behind. No, I don't want you to go that way. Come on. The way I want. It's going to be a slow, long trip, but I need you to do it. Alright, the AI is kind of... Let's get the giants with our javelins. I'm going to target the giants. Now we should be able to outflank here against the enemy. Oh, no, their giants came over here. Got all my javelins headed towards their giant vanguard. The giant vanguard is pretty potent. I'm going to use my slingers and try and pick at these giant skirmishers. If I can kill this giant vanguard, I want to get some more of my troops, skirmish troops out there. We might be able to win this. We might be able to get this done. It's looking pretty decent at the moment. I don't want my skirmishers to waste their ammo, so I'm going to turn off fire at will. Gonna run them over here. We've got the infantry fight under control at the moment. Okay, skirmishers. Let's run past this blob. Alright, those giants are trying to heal now, so let's pepper them while they're slow. Immobile, I should say. They're completely immobile. So Nestor is now fighting 3 heavy infantry units, and I don't think he's going to love it. And I can move this club unit all the way around.
The foe is capturing your victory point.
What? They had troops behind me? Son of a gun. Crap. Yeah, this is bad. Alright, maybe we can still do something about it, though. Maybe we can still do something about it. Shoot. Because that's going to start a timer. They just got a few spears and stuff, so they did have some units deployed elsewhere. Alright, so this is what we're going to have to do. I'm going to need my heavy infantry to come back and challenge. At least a couple of them are going to have to come back here and challenge. Only one, actually, is probably all I can afford. I'm going to have to get over here and beat these spearmen. And let's resume the game. I may have blown this, folks. I may have blown it. I'm going to take my slingers back here to help, too. Just come on, come on, come on, come on. Run, 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 run. Even at full speed, I don't know if we're going to get there in time to do anything about that. I'm going to try and put some shots on their hero here. I was trying to get rid of their giants back there, but it didn't work. Now I'm just trying to do massive damage to Nestor while he's running away. And it's not giving me near as much damage as it should have, because I was hitting him straight in the back with javelins. I'm a little bit frustrated there. My slingers are not going where they're supposed to be. And we're not doing great against these spears in melee, so great. Lots of things going wrong right now. Oh boy. This was looking okay, and now is looking rather bad. They're getting all kinds of buffs. I'm gonna have to put my lord in here to fight for just a minute. Alright, heavy island skirmishers, hold those spears off me for just a minute.
You have lost a victory point.
Yeah, I'm aware. Not pleased about it, but we have lost it, and I don't know if I have enough to take it back or even slow that down. We're in bad shape. We're in bad shape. These shielded spearmen are holding out just fine against my sword skirmishers, unfortunately. My slingers got stuck instead of moving where I needed them to. I gotta knock some units out of this fight, and I've gotta do it quick.
Havoc, master marksman. I'm ready for you.
Only thing I can hope to do now is maybe build up some Aristea and just hope, like hope and hope, that I can somehow make it back to the victory point and stave off this disaster. Down to 201 though on the timer. There's 2 slinger units and a spear back here, so it's not likely that I can actually stop them from this capture. I just don't have any more units to spare, unfortunately. I could go ahead and start running these skirmishers back here. They're the fastest units I got.
Losing heart.
Right, I can at least chase these giant skirmishers off the battlefield. I lost that battle right there. Alright, just start running back. I've got to go support here. I'm 160 seconds from straight up losing the battle, and I probably will because this unit's fresh and mine's going to be very tired. I'm out of javelins, I'm charging uphill, being peppered by slingers. It's not going to be a good fight for me. It's not going to be a good fight for me. I'm actually losing troops really quickly in that fight. Can you shatter already and like just be done with it? These giant skirmishers won't shatter for some stinking reason. Don't really know what. Oh, I just don't know if I can make it back here in time, and then even if I do, I don't know if I can get in there to challenge the capture. We are losing badly in an uphill fight.
Is about to fall.
Still haven't shattered these giant skirmishers. And I can't let them come back because that's definitely going to be bad. Did Nestor get away alive? It's not available. How are my guys this slow? Good grief. Come on, let's run, gents. I don't think we're going to be able to challenge that capture. I really need this unit of clubs back, but these giants are, like, staying on the battlefield for as long as possible, like taking the most annoying angle off the battlefield. If I run this way for a minute, will they go away? I'm trying to force them towards the edge of the map, or at least shatter them. They're not even taking any damage. I'm like all over them and they're not taking any damage. Come on, get off the map. They come back from routing. Okay, thank you. Might need them. I don't know if they can possibly make it back here in time.
Ares, your warriors are rallying.
Well, that's good. We're gonna need some help, even if it's from Ares. Alright, I need my lord can try and pick at these guys. I've got to get a unit onto the capture point to start trying to stop the enemy from getting it. I've only got 30 seconds, so I don't even know if that's possible. Everybody just run forward. It's gonna be so annoying to lose to the timer after all
One
this.
of your units has no more ammunition.
Yeah, they've effectively blocked me over here with their slingers. Yeah, we can't stop the capture. It's too late. Freaking crap. They're gonna win by default because I wasn't paying attention. I've probably got enough troops left to actually win too, so this is beyond irritating. It's my own fault though. Didn't pay attention to the map. Could have stopped it. We had plenty of defensive points back there. Honestly, probably should have just fought back there and then forced the enemy to come into the choke points, and we probably would have just won. Superior ground. Now I'm gonna have to go fix that. I don't have an army to spare at the moment, though, so that is very, very irritating. That took me way into the negative with food, because that was a very important food settlement.
We will win through. I can hardly wait.
I don't have any choice but to rush this army north and go get my food back in line. I said I was going to stop recording in an hour, but I can't leave the episode on that, and 40-something minutes. I can't leave the episode on that. That's going to be very lackluster way. So I am going to go ahead and take this settlement. I wish some of these factions would ask me for peace, but not, like, demand outrageous stuff out of me. Like, these guys should have never declared war on me. I don't really know what they were thinking. Well, that is going to be a pretty tough settlement we took there, so at least it won't be easy for that to be retake. Well, I say that. My garrison here is absolutely awful. Why is it so bad? Like, even being such a high level? Good heavens. I guess we get some... Never mind, we get some Warriors of Ithaca. It's going to be pretty decent. It'll be small, but sound. Got some settlements over here, so I mean, we're going to have to spread out all over... Take all these Macedonian settlements. I'm gonna just kind of keep pushing against them. I'm gonna get into this stance out here that allows us to ambush. It's this one here, Shadow. Alright, so I'm gonna keep Odysseus on the move.
I enjoy solving complex problems. Not all
I've succeeded again. Very close to leveling up. Very close. These guys now might come and take that settlement, unfortunately. I don't think we'll have it built in time. It only takes one turn, though, so maybe we will. I'm going to build a building there that gives me extra garrison around that gold mine. Right, so... Doris, settlement upgrades are available. Let's go ahead and do it. I've got plenty of wood. A little bit short on stone right now. I got a commandment available. Happiness and growth. Assign skill points.
A noble warrior.
Yeah, this speed should be good, so we're going to finish that upgrade, that Hermes upgrade. Let's take a look at Divine Will. We're dropping 10 per turn, and we're at 490. We're still fine. We're not going to lose any cult level to Ares. Let's take a look at Zeus. Go ahead and try it. Let's do a Hecatomb here. All right. It's in this turn.
Ended as you
I think we were successful at poisoning the well there, it looked like. What's Sparta's doing all the way up here? These guys want a peace treaty, but they're asking a ton of gold, and that's just, like, it's not gonna happen. Like, no. I don't know what part of no you don't get here. It's no. You want my gold, come take it from me. And non-aggression pact. Now this sounds pretty nice, actually. I thought we'd have a better garrison here. I don't know how we're going to be able to hold up against all these javelins. Let's see if we've got a good place to hole up and fight these guys off. These maps give you choke points, but at the same time, if the enemy has a big enough army, the garrisons are kind of crappy in this game. At least they are for Ithaca, and so you can't really hold all the choke points. It's probably going to be our best bet. Try and hold back here, I guess, but we really don't have the troops to pull this off. I'm just wasting time here, honestly. Like, this is just a waste of time. Let's just end this. This is pointless. Yeah, let's just end this. It's not going to happen. They've got multiple heavy infantry. My sword skirmishers aren't any good. The militia's not any good. Garrison's just bad. We'll just have to take it back. What's the peace treaty? Who is this? I don't care who it is, actually. They're offering me stuff and they want peace, so done. Done deal. I love how I can't get anybody to agree to anything, and Mycenae is just like confederating one faction after another. It's like, hey, this diplomacy is great, and I'm like, yeah, if you're the AI.
A seasoned warrior.
They're trying to recruit their new army here at Alpinos. I'm gonna take that first.
Show your mettle. Be their doom.
See if we can get some vengeance here.
We've increased our holdings.
That'll help offset some of the food I was losing, though not a lot, because I can't build a proper settlement since it's not on a port.
I've got what it takes.
Should be able to make it up here and kill this army from Pylos, and this is gonna feel good. I'm gonna see to this personally.
Make me proud.
Get a little sweet vengeance here. Take my settlement back. Then I'm gonna head straight back south and try and take the fight back to these guys before they send more armies onto my territory. Hopefully after suffering some losses, they'll just beg for peace, and we can get our armies. I just need my armies to get consolidated, knock out some of these wars, and be done with it. Looks like they put up some barriers there, so... Play our heavies here. Some light infantry over here, and then I'll put these crappy spear units right here just to have something run in that vicinity. I think I'm gonna put a couple slingers here and then a couple here.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Okay, let's move up. Alright, let's start taking care of business. Let's go start busting into this joint.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
I want to see if I can sneak behind this unit entirely. That would be great. I'm just going to hold their attention over here and use my heavy infantry to win in this other vicinity. Let's go over here and outflank these guys. Yep, we did manage to get past the spearmen over here. Put a quick outflanking move and see if we can crush the morale of these spearmen and then push on into those other units. I'm now going to use my slingers to kind of pick at this stuff, and I'm going to ignore them. Turn my back to all the skirmishers and come the other way while my slingers do some work in this vicinity. Let's push up over here. These spears are kind of crummy units, but... Actually, let's do this a bit different. Let's give an attack order with 2 and then see if we get any holes opened up. Okay, yep, we cleaned that up. I'm gonna start pushing back over here and just let my slingers kind of stand and skirmish. Not a lot of holes to get around this fight. I'll try. Might be able to get past on this flank. Slingers are doing their job. Doing kind of okay over here. Alright, I'm gonna fall back this way a little with my slingers. Maybe chase that spearman for a minute. Getting some good damage on these skirmishers. And all of my young spears are getting some push here. Alright, my heavies. Let's intercept their fighter Ravager, and then I'm going to send 2 units up to the capture point, and then these 3 units I'm going to send for reinforcements this direction. I'm going to outmaneuver AI here, preferably.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Good. It's gonna taste good. Alright, I'm gonna let those militia go. Well, no, I'll send 1 unit to pursue the militia and then 2 more to push this way. So now we're closing the vice on these units over here. Oh, yeah, we're doing just fine over here too. I guess I'm in a duel with their leader, which probably isn't a great thing, but it's going okay for the moment. Their guy is technically a lot better than mine though, because he's got some abilities kicked up right now. It's, like I said, not exactly ideal for me at the moment. Capture that. Slingers over here. Yep, their lord just got beat in the duel. Now push this way. Yep, they've got nowhere to run over here.
You will soon hold the enemy's victory point.
Not soon enough. Alright, so I have got these guys done. Like, it is pretty much over here. That did indeed feel good. Their armies will be utterly destroyed, put to the sword, I'll retake my food production. That was a significant loss of food production, so I want it back. I said this wouldn't be an hour, and here it is. It's an hour. You're welcome. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and occupy here.
My reputation grows.
Administration tier has changed from 4 to 5, so that's not exactly ideal, but that definitely cut our food loss. However, it looks like they tore some crap down here. I'm gonna have to rebuild it, unfortunately, but it is back in our hands. And Silos has agents, and then Ionia has an army headed towards me. But I've got an army in place. We'll be able to continue to hold them back. We took Alpinos. I should be able to extinct this faction by taking that on the next turn, and then Odysseus. Ready to move in and siege the Macedon capital here, though they have an army outside settlement that I can attack, and I pulled off the well, the ambush isn't actually what I want here. Oh, whatever, I'll just go ahead and kill him.
Hold nothing back.
I didn't really want to ambush him. I wanted to pull all their troops out, so I should have changed my stance, but oh well. He's dead.
Is rewarded. Foes
He be dead. And these guys are gonna start surrendering after, or start losing garrison after one turn. Alright, so let's continue that. So things are good. Things are just fine. It was a little bit messy for us initially, but we're okay. Things are gonna be good, and we're gonna get things back under control here. Just a lot of wars at the moment. But you know what? It's a Total War game, so having a lot of wars in a Total War game, not exactly something to complain about. But that is a good thing. 60 stone, faction-wide. Favor guide. I thought we had something that helped with... I was looking for something that improves our influence. Okay, yeah, we already got it. Recruitment cost of infantry, action cost of agents, melee defense of all medium infantry units, faction-wise, bronze per turn, melee attack. So this one helps medium infantry. This one is our heavy infantry. This one's our light infantry. I don't know if I have any medium infantry right now. Extra melee attack for all of our heavies. Battle speed for all units. Treasures looted after battle. Attrition due to sieges. Sea travel. Extra campaign movement range. Ammunition of missile units. I don't know. I'll start working on some of the stuff for missile units. I've done other stuff. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. Heir of Ithaca signing out for now. Make sure you get down in the comments. Have a little discussion about what we're doing, what you think of the game, what you thought of the episode. If you did get to the end of this and you said, hey, that was fun to watch, make sure and go hit that like button. If you got to the end of this and you say, hey, I can almost taste the chunks in the back of my throat because Heir is so bad, then make sure you hit the dislike button. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I will see you all next time.